So this week, the market has been all over the place. It's been so chaotic. Reacting to geopolitical news, even the presidential briefing. But even in all that noise, we still managed to squeeze out over 100% return on the puts with AMAT, over 100% return on NFLX, which we still have remaining positions on the calls. We did get stopped out on one trade. Continue to watch to see what we did. But all in all, we had a profitable week. Welcome back, everyone, to Finesse Fridays. This is where I'm going to break down the swing trades for the week, not only the setups, but the mindset and the discipline behind each and every one. This week in particular, especially with the presidential briefing, it wasn't about guessing. It was simply about sticking to our structure. And every single week, especially when the profit room, when we approach the swing trading process, risk to reward ratios and the amount of trades we enter in a given week is imperative in order for us to always stay on top. Regardless if we get stopped out on one trade, there's always something in progress that's still paying us. And then the way we do our risk to reward ratio ensures that we have a profitable week. Last week, I did mention there was a trade that I wasn't going to disclose because it actually triggered, but we actually got stopped out this week. And this is the trade right here, which is Wayfair. Wayfair, I was looking in terms of the continuation of the downtrend for price to continue to fall. As we're looking at Wayfair's chart, I'll get out my trend line. With this trend line, all I'm doing is just simply making sure that the downtrend is still intact. What is very important to understand is the break of structure. The break of structure in which we were looking for was the break of this current channel. And within the current channel, it actually did hit our entry point. However, as we can see, going into this week, it pulled right up inside of the channel. Due to that, we kept risks extremely tight intentionally because if it's not ready to go, we don't need to stay in the trade. Hence, a great stop loss. I'll continue to have this on a watch list for the formation is still in place. Once it's ready, and it actually has a great strong bar to the downside, I will think about revisiting this setup so I can capture the downside momentum. As of right now, this is a stop out trade for the week that was analyzed last week. Going into this new week, we did make over 100% return on the same day of entry. Mind you, this chart was analyzed over the weekend, and it gave us a great movement on this bar right here. We got puts in AMAT where it broke a particular level, and then price this day moved down about $14 a share. On the put options, that equated to 100% return as price hit our first target range right on the nose. We do have a general rule when it comes to trail stop into the second target. We always want to make sure that we do not give back to the market. Therefore, there will be no second TP on AMAT. For 100% return is great, and adjusting stops to break even is always the most practical thing for us to do in order for us to remain in the money. At that point, any additional, we call it runners, such as additional shares if someone's shorting, or additional contracts, will always set that to break even. Bonus trade given this week is NFLX. It was a trade setup we provided way back, which triggered in February for us. moved up according to plan. And as of right now, it provided us another opportunity for re-entry. Therefore, we managed to capture 100% return on the call options. As price is currently trending, more than likely is going to retest the last swing high. It's just a matter of if price is ready to break current swing high, which is the resistance, to take it to a new level. As of right now, locking in profits for us was necessary as we kept our runners for the initial TP, which is the retest. It'll be interesting to see how can price continue to run as it moves into earnings, which reports this month. So far, Netflix has been nothing but amazing for us. It's just a matter of understanding the structure, understanding swings and pullbacks, and being able to capitalize so we can monetize off of these current swings. This week's lesson, rather simple. Structure still works even when the market is chaotic. You don't need to predict every trade. You do not need to react to every single headline or any headlines at that. And also, you need to follow your process. In volatile markets, discipline, that becomes your edge. Because while others are reacting emotionally, not only that you're thinking, but you're executing strategically. The markets may be unpredictable, but your process shouldn't be. We're not chasing trades, we're not chasing setups, we are simply looking for high probability setups, and we're executing according to our framework, according to our structure. We are adhering to the rules what we set forth. And this is exactly how consistency is built. As I say each and every week, if you're into swing trading process, it works very well if you're busy, the busy working professional, or if you're just busy in general. It is a great process to make stress-free income is what I call it. Of course, with the proper risk. If you're a beginner looking to start, if you're a struggling trader that's been doing it for a while but can't find consistency, you can simply download the framework. The framework will be inside the description as far as the link. The process in which I go through each and every week with Finesse Friday in terms of how we anticipate price action in the market, regardless of the headlines, regardless of what's going on, and we're still managing to profit week after week. That's all because of the simple framework that we have. One thing I'm going to make clear as well, all of these setups are provided well in advance before the market well opens up on a Monday. We go through this process once the week ends, and we're anticipating what is going to move according to the TA, which is the technical analysis on the charts. Once again, simply download the framework. You want to personally reach out to me, you can. Latoya@theprofitroom.com is my email. So the question is, once again for this week, did we finesse the markets? Yes, we finessed the markets. The market did not finesse us. With that said, everyone, have a happy Good Friday. Enjoy your weekend and be blessed.